we are going to look at meditating upon the deity, and then we'll look at Kirtan etiquette.
咁我哋上次提到嘅荷間神像走咗，今次再講咧，講 Etiquette 嘅一個禮儀。
So if you look at your handout on page 27, I don't know what the pages are for the Chinese translation, but page 27 on the English one, meditating upon the deity.
我哋搜查第27，你哋嘅第27。
Okay.
Which lesson is it?
Same. 13.
哦，41年，中文41年。
Okay. All right. So the first one, meditating upon the deity. When the curtain opens, generally we offer obeisances.
咁呢個第一點嚟，佢就講對冥想神像啦。咁當神像房門打開，布簾打開之後，咁我哋就俾頂拜神像。
And generally we should look at the deities with a lot of affection.
咁我哋睇主嗰時嚟講，呢個要好愛慕嘅心嚟講係睇主。
And not just sometimes we don't pay attention. We ask the devotees, did you look at the deities? They'll say yes. What color is the outfit? They say, oh, I don't know.
咁因為好多時我哋係好不經心咁睇神像，有譬如我同鳳姐傾開嚟講，喂，你有冇見神像？佢話有，咁我咪跟住神像着咩衫喎？跟住我唔知道，唔記得咗。
Are they wearing turban or are they wearing crowns? They also may not know.
咁時問你係咪戴緊頭巾啊，或者戴上皇冠啊？佢哋都係答唔出。
So sometimes we wonder, are they really taking darshan or what are they looking at?
咁有時我真係奇怪緊，究竟係咪真係喺度係緊見緊神像咧？因為佢哋係根本係冇見到咧。
Right. So it's important when we look at the deities, we pay attention to the deity and we become very happy to see them.
所以我哋係好重要嘅，見神像嚟講要好專心啦。我哋見到神像就係好開心。
Okay. So and that's very important because that will make you become attentive to the features of the deities.
咁其實好重要嘅，咁樣令到我哋更加係專心啦，係專心於神像嘅一個面貌。
How attractive they look? Do they look better than yesterday?
佢幾咁之吸引啦，係咪比琴日係更加靚咧
？Okay, and then the other thing is you don't just look at the deities, you also ask for their mercy.
咁其實唔單止係緊見神像啦，亦都係請求神像俾我哋嘅恩慈。
So the next one is one should not immediately, when you go immediately, look upon the deities full in the face.
跟住我哋啲神像嚟講唔係馬上嚟講，第一時間嚟講就係從望咗望住上面塊面。
And it is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. If you look at that, the process of meditation should begin from the lotus feet of the Lord and progress to his smiling face. The meditation should be concentrated upon the lotus feet, then the calves, then the thighs, and in this way higher and higher. The more the mind becomes fixed upon the different parts of the limbs, one after another, the more the intelligence becomes purified.
呢度喺聖經加拉太有最出邊。當我哋係睇主嘅神像嚟講咧，我哋冥想主開始咧，就冥想主由主嘅蓮花足開始咧，然後逐次咁慢慢升睇到佢嘅微笑嘅面龐。應該依嘅次序嚟講，你就將意念咧專注喺個主嘅蓮花足啦，然後佢嘅小腿、大腿逐漸向上，你心意越是依次咁樣凝住主嘅肢體嘅唔同部位咧，個智慧便會越發慢慢嚟講變得更加純正。
So this is written by Srila Prabhupada in Canto 2, Chapter 2, verse 13.
呢個係由聖波灣博根雅談第2篇 第二章第三嘅詩詞嗰度寫出。
Yeah. So whenever you do take darshan, try to look from the lotus feet upwards to the face.
咁當我哋係見神像嚟講咧，係嘗試從個蓮花足啦，跟住係逐步咁樣係向上睇，至到嘅。
That's the proper respect.
呢
Actually.
個係一個正確嘅一個尊敬嘅。
If you look immediately at the face, that means you are equal to the Lord, or you think nothing like that. Yeah.
如果我哋係一見主馬上同佢望住塊面嚟講，佢意思嚟講，我哋覺得主都同我哋係平等一樣，變咗係唔會係尊敬。
Alright, in some temples there are more than one deities, whereas here you only have one set of deity.
咁喺有啲廟嚟講就唔單止有一對神像，可能有幾個唔同神像咧。我哋呢度得一個神像高啲低。
So generally we go from the left deity, then the middle, and then the extreme right. So from left to right we move.
咁我哋嗰個次序通常會係最左邊嗰個開始嗰度啦。咁睇住左邊嗰對中間能夠再去到最右嗰邊嗰度，由左至右咁樣係順序睇落去。
Okay, so yeah, that's a system that we follow in ISKCON.
咁呢個我呢韓上跟隨呢個系統係咁做。
Yeah. Okay, so how to pay obeisances?
咁跟住我哋係點樣俾頂拜咧？
So maybe Sanatan can show how to pay obeisance. Both full dandavat and just let's show them. Show. Yeah, practical dandavats and the half.
呢個係全頂拜嚟啦。
呢條喺邊啊？俾人支持。
因為佢從右開始嘅咁，人像喺呢邊，跟住我哋會係。
就邊度？喺藍色嗰幅牆喎。
Here this will be here, then we pay.
Yeah, you can also pay in front way also, but he's just showing how to pay obeisance.
佢話其實你喺側邊，即係左邊或者係前面都可以喺度。我淨係俾你睇係點樣做頂拜喺度。咁係叫體頭定頂禮喺度啦。咁呢個係全嘅頂禮喺度，額頭啊、手啊、針口啊其實一啲。咁跟住呢個就半頂拜喺度啦。
Okay. So generally for newcomers, the devotees should show them how to do it properly.
咁其實對於啲新人嚟講，奉獻者應該話俾你知係點樣做頂拜。
Otherwise, people do their own thing. Sometimes they put their hand this way, and then sometimes, I mean, it's good they are paying obeisance, but they do their own style.
咁如果唔係咧，變咗佢用佢自己嘅方式，跟住啲手就翹埋手喺度啊，咁用佢自己方式。咁當然佢哋係做頂拜係好，咁但係你同佢講用咩正確嘅方法，好過你自己嘅方法。
Or sometimes people cross their legs and paying obeisance.
咁有時候啲人頂拜時隻腳又翹埋啊，喺後邊都翹埋咁。
Or sometimes people are sitting on the asan, and then when the curtain open, they just bend like that and pay.
咁或者有啲人啱坐喺張嗰個坐墊嗰度啦，咁神像打開咧，跟住就咁彎個身咁就算數。
So these are not proper way of paying obeisances.
咁其實呢個唔係一個正確嗰個姿勢嚟嘅做頂拜。
Actually, it's kind of disrespectful.
其實另外一種嘅咁唔尊敬。
Yeah.
When we put our heads down, our hands have to be on the floor. We can do this also.
What?
Put the hands in a namaste form.
Or in front of our head.
In front of the head. Instead of putting our hands down.
Yeah, you want to put like that.
Do we
I think that's fine.
都可以。
Yeah.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes the kid has to wait, and then so then the kid has going on, and so the open. Then something they say that should pay with something that no, we are doing it, no need to pay with. So what's
It depends on how you want to reciprocate with the deities.
咁因為試過一次咧，就係我哋奉者最緊 key 彈嗰時嚟講咧，咁跟住神像就開門喺度啦。咁有啲奉者就頂拜，有啲奉者唔使我哋做緊 key 彈，我唔使頂拜。咁阿姑話睇你自己同神像個回報係回應係點樣。
Because both are respecting the Lord. Kirtan is for the Lord also.
因為兩方面其實都係尊敬緊主，因為你 key 彈已經係尊敬緊主，咁你俾頂拜又尊敬緊主，兩個都係啱嘅。
It's like in some temples when the Srimad Bhagavatam class is going on, they won't pay obeisance and the curtain is open or closed.
所以有啲廟嚟講咧，當俾緊國家雅田講嗰陣時講咧，當神像打開嚟講咧，有啲係俾神頂拜，有啲係冇俾頂拜。
But you can pay, it's nothing.
咁當然啦，冇問題，你可以俾頂拜。
Okay.
According to your understanding, Brother, pay obeisances to the deities, to Srila Prabhupada, to then cause the direction of paying obeisances, is very different.
No, when you go into the temple room, I didn't come to that yet, but when you walk into the temple room, the first personality you pay is Prabhupada.
咁因為我哋入廟嗰陣時嚟講，譬如個次序點樣，譬如神像啊、拋班啊，或者啲譬如神廟，咁佢話我哋陣間會講到，但係我哋入嚟講咧，譬如廟，我哋以前廟首先講就係俾頂拜拋下。
But sometimes, let's say the curtain is closed and you're going to the temple room. If there are senior Vaishnavas or sannyasis and you feel, or your guru or someone, you pay obeisance to them also.
咁當然啦，譬如去到廟，神像又冇打開，咁我見到啲資深奉獻者或者你嘅靈性導師有讀真啦，咁當然我哋係俾頂拜佢先咯。
Then you pay to Prabhupada.
嗱，再俾頂拜拋巴。
And if the curtain is open, after you pay to Prabhupada, then you pay obeisance to the deity in the extreme left, and then the middle deity, and then the extreme right.
咁當然啦，如果神像打開咗嚟講，咁跟住俾完頂拜拋巴，即係跟住我哋頭先講嗰次序啦，係左邊最左邊開始啦，神像跟住中間，然跟住再到最右嗰啲咁盡次咁俾頂拜。
Now, like in Hong Kong temple, you can, because there's only one deity and the room is small, you can pay in front like that, straight also.
咁當然啦，喺香港嚟講，呢個地方係細咧，又得個神像喺度啦，咁變咗我哋可以喺左邊或者係向打直咁向神像頂拜都可以。
When you pay obeisance, your feet shouldn't point to the deities or to Srila Prabhupada.
咁當我哋頂拜嘅咧，隻腳咧唔應該係向住神像，或者係隻腳係向住拋翻。
Or to the speaker, Srimad Bhagavatam.
或者唔可以隻腳係向嗰個摩根大係咪講者？
Okay.
I mean the directions.
I already told you.
Of your head.
I already told you. What did you didn't understand?
It means I heard, if you pay obeisances to the spiritual master or any sadhu, one pay right in front of the person. If you pay to demigod, your body should be at the right hand side, and the of the law, then you pay at the left hand side. Our left hand side, move their right hand side.
佢個即係聽咧嚟講，即係對啲導師嚟講咧，我哋以為係喺面前打直咁啲頂法啦。咁如果對於本神嚟講，就應該係嘅右方。咁如果神像 Krishna 神像嚟講咧，應該就係喺左方。
It is said that you can pay to your spiritual master right hand side, but you can pay straight also.
咁我聽講就應該你喺可以打直佢哋聖導師頂拜咧，或者佢嘅右手面。
Generally, it is said, but it's not like you're breaking a principle, that if you pay left side to your spiritual master, generally left side means to those who are already in the spiritual world.
咁佢話聽咁講啦，就咁通常我哋係向右手邊，因為佢話如果左手邊嚟講已經喺靈性世界嘅啦，嗰個位置呢個有靈性世界。
Yeah, but if your spiritual master is sitting, let's say there, and if you want to pay your right side, and then the deities are behind, then you can't pay.
咁好似譬如個靈經闖到你想向佢右邊個地點話，但啱啱個神像喺後邊嚟講，你係做唔到嘅。
So the most practical way is you don't point your feet to the deities, and you want to pay your respect to your spiritual master. Pay in a way that you don't offend the deities and the spiritual master.
咁佢話最重要一點嚟講，就係隻腳唔可以係指住神像。所以我哋一個好實際嘅一個情況，睇當時係點樣到，係俾頂拜神像神靈導師冇冒犯到神像。
That means be practical.
咁我哋要好實際嘅情況係點樣
Yeah.
How about Srila Prabhupada? Because in some temple, the Prabhupada is exactly opposite to the thesis.
Yeah.
The speaker is here. So when we
So be practical, then don't,
Whatever direction we will point our feet to, Prabhupada or deities or the.
not necessarily.
Very
There's only, if the deities are here and then Prabhupada is here, the speaker is either here or here.
Yeah.
So you point your feet in the direction, you don't,
Without, the only that, yeah, but sometimes not practical.
what do you mean? There's only three,
Oh, I mean that when your feet to be towards the one, without the deity, not pointing to deity, speaker and Prabhupada.
yeah,
But sometimes it's not possible.
how?
I mean, if there are a lot of people and a lot of devotees filling up the
space.
space.
Well, do the most practical way. You know, you can't say you will point your feet here or there, you know. Right? There's only how many directions. Even if the speaker is in front of Prabhupada, then you don't pay with you just pay normal. Prabhupada is usually on a higher seat. So if there's no choice, then it's no choice, you know, you pay obeisance. Or you pay onto the left side or right side, depending where the space is.
佢睇個情況係點樣，咁有時講者可能面對包包，咁你俾頂包可能就隻腳會指住包包，咁但係跟住包包個座會升高好多咁你實際咁啦，要睇翻個情況，我哋做整三先。
Yeah, maybe we should draw a diagram and then
你話要畫幅圖嗰度講我哋點樣整法，
so the deities are here
神像喺呢度啦，
and then Srila Prabhupada is here
如
and
果
the
收翻呢度，
speaker is
個
here.
講者喺呢度。
And when you come in, you do obeisance, then you do the obeisance for the deities. Then after that, you can come not in front of Prabhupada, you move to the left side here and you pay obeisance to the speaker.
即係譬如我首先去拋面前頂拜，咁跟住係神像，跟住我哋就唔會喺拋面前咁樣經過，我哋就會兜過嚟喺呢邊嗰度，喺呢邊嗰度拋嗰度行，跟住我哋就會向個講者頂拜。
Okay, so let's say
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's
not good. So let's say the speaker is here. Now, of course, you don't pay obeisance this way,
咁如果講者呢邊咧，當然會咁樣俾頂拜啦，呢隻腳回向神像。
right? And you can pay obeisance this way because you're not pointing to Srila Prabhupada. But so you can also pay obeisance this way. It all depends how far Prabhupada's position is.
即係
So,
拋翻個位置幾遠啦，如果唔係隻腳趾度就可以轉另一個方向嗰邊定，
so be practical,
要實際啲咯。
right? Okay. You have to clean the bottle. Right? Be practical. Anything else?
有冇其他？
Thank you.
Yeah, so sometimes the statements say you pay for demigods this way and that, but you have to be practical, you know. So if you go to some temples in Gaudiya Math or what, you have to be careful because sometimes you can't see the deities or you can't see the speaker. They may be sitting very high and so you have to look carefully and ask them which way to pay obeisance, and then you follow them. If you do yourself and they don't like it, they'll get very unhappy.
咁當然我哋頭先講到話，譬如崇拜喺半神馬劇咧，咁好似譬如我哋去啲高定雅嘅修院，咁高定雅修院嚟嗰陣時入到去，因為你啲講者啲講台好高喎，否則對我哋見喺啲講台啊、喺神像嗰啲個位置喺度，咁最好就話問一問你哋咧，我哋喺邊度頂拜喺度？如果唔係咧，你一陣用你自己嘅方式頂拜之後咧，跟住佢哋又唔開心，咁就唔係咁好。
Okay, so now we are going to Kirtan etiquette.
跟住我哋繼續講即係 Kirtan 嘅禮儀。
In Kirtan etiquette, there's a letter Srila Prabhupada wrote to Kirtananda.
咁呢一封信咧，拋花寫俾 Kirtan
Yeah, so he writes regarding your question about the dancing should be done enthusiastically by raising their hands like Panchatattva. You can also dance enthusiastically by raising hands. All of Lord Chaitanya's followers used to dance with raised hands. If someone dances with ecstasy, that is all right, but it is better to dance with raised hands.
關於你嘅詢問起舞嘅問，當以高舉雙手如五聖體般熱忱地舞蹈，舉手起舞亦可。主張坦爺的所有追隨者皆舉手而舞，若有人如痴如醉地舞蹈，亦無不可。而舉手而舞更加。
Okay. All right. So Kirtan means glorification of Sri Hari by means of singing. It is said when only one devotee sings, generally it is a bhajan.
咁呢個大意思嚟講就係唱榮耀聖哈主 Hari 嘅意思咧，係透過唱頌歌式嚟講係榮耀佢。咁當只有奉獻者自己唱頌嚟講咧，呢、個就叫花頌。
In general, when in Kirtan, one person will sing Hare Krishna and then there's a group will chant together Hare Krishna.
咁響一 Kirtan 一組嚟講就有一個大唱嗰度，跟住另一啲人嚟講係和唱咁樣。
And if there's only one devotee and no one else, and the pujari don't want to sing with you, then you have to sing all the time. It's not easy.
咁譬如當你係只得你自己一個人唱啦，而 pujari 又唔跟住你唱咧，咁你自己由頭至尾一個人唱都幾辛苦。
Because you have no time to rest your voice.
變真係冇得唞喎，得一個人自己由頭帶到落。
So generally, if you are a single person, then they sing some songs. It is more like a bhajan. Yeah.
咁所以當一個人嗰時，好多時可能係會唱一啲歌曲啦，咁就我哋先嚟合唱啲巴陣嘅歌曲，
Yeah.
啲奉愛嘅歌曲。
But otherwise, even sometimes you sing a song and the people want to follow, then that is also kirtan, glorifying the Lord.
咁當你係唱緊啲奉愛歌曲，你跟住有啲人跟住咧嚟唱嚟講，亦都係稱之為叫 Kirtan。
Just like if you're in your room just chanting, that's your bhajan.
咁就好似你自己一個人喺間房間啦，只係你自己一個人唱頌咧，呢、個就稱之為叫巴陣。
Okay. Now, when we are chanting, the reason we chant is to glorify Sri Krishna.
咁當我哋唱頌嚟講，我哋記住，如果我哋唱頌嚟講唔係為咗我哋自己，而係榮耀聖主 Krishna，
not ourselves.
唔係我哋，唔係為咗我哋自己。
Sometimes, maybe new devotee when they are singing, they are expecting people to look at them and praise them for the kirtan.
咁尤其啲新人，有時啲新人唱歌啦，咁佢唱歌嚟講，你諗住啲人會係望住佢喺度啊，係讚你唱得好啊咁樣。
So before you start a kirtan in your mind, you must be convinced and you must be ready to glorify Sri Krishna.
所以當我哋係唱頌嚟講，就內心你應該係謹記自己係好講服自己，我哋為 Krishna 而唱，唔係為自己而唱。
Okay, and the third one is you sing with sincere devotion for the pleasure of Sri Krishna and his devotees.
咁我哋嘅真誠嘅奉愛之心咧，係唱頌啦，為取悅 Krishna 啦，同埋佢嘅奉獻者。
Sing to please Krishna and devotees, not to sing to show off.
咁我哋係取悅 Krishna 嘅奉獻者或者奉獻者唱嚟講咯，唔係話係我哋喺度係炫耀自己。
Okay. Number 4, when singing in a group, 1 or 2 persons should sing and the others should follow.
咁當我哋一班人喺度唱嚟講，由1、2個人帶唱啦，有其他人嚟講就跟住一齊唱。
It is difficult when the other people cannot follow the song or sing in harmony.
咁都幾難嘅，如果一啲人跟唔到啊，或者係唱得唔齊嚟講咧，都幾難。
Sometimes you sing a tune, they change the tune.
咁有時你唱呢個調啦，啲人跟住又唱嘅另外一個調，
Then it makes it difficult even for you to sing.
咁而且你比較難，單止你去都難，你自己都難。
Or sometimes people are very flat, they cannot sing, but they sing because they want to glorify Krishna.
咁有啲人或者係唱好平淡嗰度，唱一個調子好低調、好平嘅個調，冇高低音喺度。咁但係佢淨係中意唱嗰條想榮耀主咧。
So in all cases, when you are singing in a group, you have to tolerate a lot.
咁當然啦，同一班直唱嚟講啦，咁你自己都要忍耐一下咁。
All right, number 5.
第
The instruments that Srila Prabhupada instructed for accompanying kirtan were karatals, mridanga, and the big karatals known as wampus.
咁拋花指定嘅唱傳伴奏樂器咧有箫拔啦、麥當家鼓啦，同埋洞簫。
He did not approve of harmonium for kirtan, but accepted it for bhajan.
佢係唔贊成用 harmonium 嚟講係琴嚟伴唱頌嘅，佢話咧係用嚟係巴掌。
Instruments, especially the wampus, the big karatals, should not drown out the holy name or cause pain to the ears.
咁樂器嚟講呢個尤其是講係尤其洞簫或者嗰大嘅卡對嚟講咧，唔應該啲聲好大嚟講掩蓋咗聖名啦，同埋啲師兄發出嚟好刺耳。
And the instrument should follow the kirtan leader.
咁嗰啲樂器嚟講要跟住個kirtan 嘅領袖。
Right? Generally, there's a tendency sometimes, even though the kirtan singer may be at a certain speed, but then the mridanga people and now want to rush the whole thing.
咁有時譬如個大唱嗰個領唱咧嚟講，佢唱一個速度係咁樣，而跟住咧打滅燈球嚟講咧，就打得好快好快，好似啲催快啲大唱。
Yeah. So you are supposed to follow the singer. He leads, so you follow.
咁事實上應該要跟隨嗰個大唱領唱嗰個，因為佢係領唱咧，你係跟隨佢嗰個節奏。
Now the big karatal should be used on the street level, not in the small temple room.
咁好大嗰啲卡度嚟講咧，應該喺街嗰度唱先嘅，唔係話咁細嘅廟嚟講，佢用大嘅卡度嚟打。
You can get deaf within a few years.
佢話可能幾年之後嚟講，你成日咁樣嚟講，即係耳都會聾嘅。
Maybe you don't know, you may not feel it now, but it will happen when you get older.
而家或者你唔知道啦，或者你而家唔覺得有呢件事咁樣，但係當你過咗一段時間年紀大嚟講，就會出現。
Your nerves in your ear canal, the sensitive cells, they die, and then you don't know. When you get old, it's too late.
咁喺耳入邊嘅神經線啊，啲細胞嚟講咧，由於係咁刺激嚟講，好似好似會係壞死嘅。咁當年紀嗰陣時嚟講咧，個聽唔到個情況就會出現。
So it's wise if you bring earplugs.
其實係比較聰明嘅做法嚟講，就係戴耳塞。
Yeah, otherwise, you will suffer later on.
如果唔係，你將來年紀大你就受苦啦。
Yeah. Okay.
So what about leave the example?
Yeah, you can leave also. Not upright.
佢話即係譬如太大聲、太長時嚟講，你可以行開喺度。咁老夫話我有説咗啲係冇辦啊咁樣講喎。
If it's too loud, you cannot really appreciate anything. So how can you stay there? You're damaging your ears.
佢話如果太大聲時嚟講，咁就傷害緊你自己耳仔。
Some people think if they shout and hit louder, then it's more ecstasy.
咁有啲人以為你講打得好大聲，唱得好大聲嚟講就係狂喜啊。
Or they think if you do smash the sound or whatever, that means you have more devotion.
咁有啲人要唱得好殘啊、大聲嘅講咧，就你愛心更加係犀利。
But that's not devotion.
但係呢啲唔係奉愛，
Probably more mode of passion.
其實屬於係實慾嘅。
Mode of goodness is gentle and everyone feels refreshed.
咁當你先嚟睇嘅佢唱出嚟，令到人更加係舒服喺度啊，有個即係好舒暢嘅個人。
Okay, next one. Use simple melody and preferably the appropriate melody, raga for the day.
咁我哋用啲簡單嘅調子喺度啦。咁首先用翻符合當時嘅時辰嗰特定嘅旋律。
If you sing maybe you went to some retreat and you like some new tune, and then you sing when nobody can follow.
咁所以啲叫做係 retreat program 嗰啲啦，符合啲啦。咁當你去嗰時講咧，變咗 佢唱一啲創作咗一啲新嘅調子喺度，咁有時候佢淨係唱，但係啲人跟唔到，唔知點唱。
Yeah, many times I come across even very popular singers, they do very difficult melodies and people cannot follow.
咁我都經驗過呢啲咁嘅嘢，有啲啲好有名嘅啲歌手啦，咁佢自己係創作一啲新嘅調子喺度，變咗啲人好難跟佢唱。
The goal is for people to chant the holy name.
我哋目標嚟講就希望啲人係跟住一齊唱聖。
And you see that Prabhupada never sang any complicated tune.
佢哋睇翻聖巴巴嚟講，永遠唔會唱啲好複雜嘅調子。
Because the most important thing is to hear the holy names.
因為啲重要嘅
chant the
就
holy
係
name.
唱誦啦，同埋聆聽聖。
Yeah. Number 7. Don't think that you are the best singer and that therefore you should lead. Vaishnavas are by nature humble. They naturally want to follow, not lead. However, if they are requested to lead by the Vaishnavas, then they are happy to serve.
唔好諗你自己如果係唱得最好喺度啦，咁應該你帶住你領唱嘅。咁愛善雅嚟講係謙卑啦，咁佢天性嚟講咧，淨係想跟隨同埋想係領導。咁當然如果有愛善雅受到邀請你唱嗰時嚟講啦，咁你係欣然咁接受咗服務。
And if there's no one there and you are there, then you can sing.
咁如果係揾唔到其他人啦，得你喺度啦，咁當然你可以唱。
But otherwise, if you are there and you see some senior devotees, then you should ask the senior devotees.
咁如果我哋喺度有啲係資深嘅牧者喺度，咁我哋應該係請求啲資深牧者嚟帶唱。
We shouldn't think we are very good, so we should sing.
我哋唔應該諗到，我唱得好好啊，咁由我唱帶唱。
Yeah, because that's not the etiquette.
因為呢個唔係禮貌，唔係咁樣呢個禮儀。
Even if the senior devotee is not a good singer, you should always ask them.
咁即使佢啲資深牧者或者唔係唱得咁好到啦，咁我哋應該要請佢哋唱面。
That makes you humble and you become a better devotee.
咁令到我哋更謙卑啦，咁會成一個更好嘅奉獻者。
And even if you don't like them, you cannot think, oh, this is horrible, I don't like this. Then you're not focused on the Lord.
咁即使我哋話唱得好難聽喺度啊，我唔係咁中意。其實你咁樣嚟講係對主唔尊敬。
Yeah, if you find it disturbing you, better you can go.
咁你覺得嚟講，你覺得唔使即係習慣或者唔舒服嗰啲嚟講，不如離開唔會。
And then you can come back after they finish singing.
咁當唱完之後，跟住就翻返轉頭。
Otherwise, you develop a very negative or wrong consciousness, mood, and so on.
如果唔係，我哋會有一個負面嘅一個意識之覺啊嘅情緒啊，對一啲呢情況啊呢個。
In fact, you develop an offensive mentality.
咁相對嚟講，可能更加嚴重就係會有一個冒犯嘅心態出現。
Yeah, so therefore we shouldn't think we are the best singer. Whatever we have, we try to use it in the service.
所以我哋唔好諗我哋自己係最好啦，唱得最好啊，最好嘅奉獻者。咁我哋所有嘅嘢嚟講，原來係服務係天主。
Yeah, generally, if someone asks you to sing, means they want you to sing, so it's a service.
咁當然都有人如果請你唱嚟講咧，咁呢個睇嚟講其實係一個服務嚟嘅。
Now, if you don't know how to sing, then you should learn how to sing.
咁如果我哋唔識得點樣唱嚟講，咁我哋要學習係點樣唱。
Because it's a service for the deities.
因為係對神像一種服務。
Yeah, so, but if you are not good and there are better singers, then you can, no problem, you can refuse.
咁當然啦，你如果覺得自己唔係唱得咁好，有一個唱得更好嘅嚟講，咁你可以同佢講話你唔唱。
But
Is it an offense when you say no?
Sorry.
is it
係
an
一種
offense?
煩，當你話
Is it an
係
offense? He's asking, is it offense if you say no? Well, if there are people who can't sing and you can sing, and then you don't want to sing because you want to create a problem, then it's an offense.
佢話如果係冇人唱，而係你可以唱嘅，咁你係可以唱，你唔唱嘅，咁你係變咗係製造個問題出嚟喺度咧，咁就係一種冒犯。
Yeah, but if you definitely don't know how to sing, then that's okay.
咁當然啦，如果你真係完全真係知道點樣唱，咁冇辦法啦，咁係冇問題。
Yeah, generally people want to sing, no?
通常啲人都爭住唱啊。
So you can always take a humble person, let them sing, and they all like so happy.
咁其實你可以你坐喺謙卑嘅個位置喺度啦，咁佢就哦俾你唱啦，俾你唱，
Yeah.
你哋好開心。
Like, some kirtans in the temple are played with the harmonium, so it's that,
It's not when they're all sitting down, they use harmony.
yeah,
That's not.
not, oh, so
Like-
sitting down is bhajan and
It's like
standing
bhajan.
is kirtan.
Well, yeah, yes and no, yeah. Generally, we don't. Prabhupada didn't want the harmonium to be used for kirtans, dancing and so on. Because you can't, they carry the harmonium and sings. Prabhupada didn't like those things. He wants only the harmonium for bhajan only. Yeah, glorify, different style. Yeah.
咁拋派嚟講就唔係咁中意，譬如你係譬如企起身唱喺度啊，即係劇壇時用下 harmonium， 通常嚟講你係坐低喺度啊，即係唱啲父愛歌曲嚟講用到 harmonium。咁拋派比較中淨係劇壇上面燈架都係唱。
You have never seen Prabhupada picture in the kirtan dance, he playing harmonium and dancing, right? No.
好少你見啲拋派嘅唱歌嚟講，
美國冇好。
係得燈架卡條啊。
Oh, on Harinam, yes.
Prabhupada playing the
Not
harmonium?
Prabhupada, but I've
That's why I'm
seen
asking.
him.
No, yeah.
So-
So
so-
Prabhupada didn't agree harmonium on Harinam.
即係佢拋派唔同意嚟講帶 harmonium 俾佢。
I think there's a book recently released by Jayadvaita Swami on Kirtan that Prabhupada and so on. So maybe you all should get it and then all devotees should read.
咁我好最近有本書係齋呢啲 Swami 嘅事，咁講佢 care 就係指引誒拋開想我哋點樣 care 大嘅，咁大家可能應該可以攞嚟慢慢讀睇下。
Because the kirtan team is very active in Hong Kong. They should know.
They should read the book.
Yeah.
And then what is that? You all ask, then I forget. What?
Concerning point 6, appropriate melody of the day, I was told, during Mangalati, when we sing the mantra, there's a particular tone, and we cannot change it, right? Is it correct?
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
period they have different
And
melody.
For the Samsara, there are 3 tones. I was told there's 3. I know only 2, morning and noon. But they said in the evening there's another tune. Is it also? I never heard someone singing the 3rd tune.
I do not know. That's possible. There may be another.
2 I know it's morning and the noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always sing it, but the 3rd one I never heard about it.
因為係
They can not.
嘅。
Oh, okay.
Can you sing?
Can you sing?
So the third one.
Oh, I never heard about it. It's for the evening.
That's a noon, no?
Is it
No. It's not. It's not.
This one down I heard when
Samsara
Jamastami. After the Jamastami, then to us sing this tune.
is noon.
That's a
They
sing this.
sing it different.
Then I also
They go slower.
Not completely different.
Yeah, it's almost the same.
我講到話，即係唔同嘅調響嘅調，即係喺唔同嘅日嘅時間嚟講，用唔同嘅調。譬如好似我哋朝頭早咁間一剔有一個特別嘅一個調，都係唱嗰個調唔會轉嗰度。For some of the night, even the attic with the good attic, we have the other tune is different from the morning.
Yeah, go right to this.
就好似我哋高拉 attic 嚟講，我哋有高拉 attic 嗰個調，到早朝頭早都有。
Maybe later he can record it for you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. That's the cat.
Okay, yeah, whatever it is you all
That's
can.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right? Anything else?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
About the afternoon wake up puja. Always no devotees there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. So the pujari should sing
Yeah, if they want to, or they can play Prabhupada. Yeah,
either one,
either ones.
cannot be silent. I mean.
Yeah, you shouldn't be silent. The whole thing's for the pleasure. In the Vedic times, when the king is sleeping, they don't wake him up. They play music, and then the king will wake up.
咁喺古時講呢個國王嚟講，譬如扮緊張重象起身咧，啲人就會係想啲好柔嘅，即係有好聽嘅音樂喺個同一個 角嘅床邊嗰度，你喺唱到咁等慢慢其實。
仲有之前嗰份，翻嚟嘅，做下嗰度。
哦，佢講話譬如晏晝嗰時咁冇人嚟講，咁我哋咪唱我哋啲隊話，你可以唱下聽歌，敲翻佢牌度。係好真。
Okay, another thing about singing also, you know, Prabhupada never, after he sing a song, at the end he won't say Jaya this, Jaya that, Jaya. Yeah. But in a lot of now in ISKCON everything.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you find the kirtan is 5 minutes and the Jaya is like another 5 minutes. So it shouldn't be, it should be mostly Hare Krishna.
咁佢好似佢而家嘅發覺情況就係，亦包括嗰個年前嗰個時代嚟講係冇嘅，後邊即係唱唔啲啦，之後就齋啊嘛齋好多啲嘢嗰啲病喺度。咁而家嚟講就好犀利啦。咁唱完 Hare Krishna 嚟講，淨係齋都唱咗5分鐘咁樣，即係好多。
Right? So sometimes you have so many deities, then you go Jai this deity, Jai that. I mean it's nice, but then you could have chanted so many Hare Krishna.
咁當然有啲好多神像喺度，咁跟住唱呢個神像，唱嗰神像喺度。咁其實你用啲神像，你唱更加多嘅 Hare Krishna。
Yeah, and then because they are so stuck with that, they cannot stop also. Don't know how to stop. They must say all that, then they can stop.
因為佢哋嚟講俾呢啲嘢嚟講塞住咗喺度啦，變咗好難停落嚟喺度。跟住唱呢個又唱嗰個，唱呢個就係咁唱落去。
Actually, sing Hare Krishna, once you finish, just stop.
咁所以其實好簡單唱 Hare Krishna，咁跟住就。
But anyway, this is an observation, and many of Prabhupada disciples have pointed out they don't like it when people keep singing so many Jai this, Jai that.
咁其實呢個係拋到門徒嚟講係指出嘅，佢話佢唔中意佢哋唱咁多咪齋咁多人唱。
Yeah. And then they say, then they stop, then they say Nitai Gaura Haribol, then they go away, and then they come back again, Jai this.
跟住即得停咗，你咪唱啲低高 Hare 歌啦。咁但係唱完之後，跟住又翻嚟又唱齋乜。
Maybe during festival, a lot of it, that's fine, but like morning Mangalati and you know, noon, we don't need to extend it, you know. Better to always sing Hare Krishna.
咁佢話有啲節日嚟講，咁我俾你可以唱嘅，但係平時好似早過晚過嚟講就冇必要咁樣唱到，咁不如反而唱多啲 Hare Krishna。
Okay.
Before they have the one kirtan book or something, so I'm talking about, for example, they chant Jai Shri Krishna 3 times and they start to chant Hare Krishna. Because sometimes people chant a lot, Jai Krishna chant.
Yeah. The standard is there, so they need to read the books.
Sometimes some people they are rather chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya a lot. They're not chanting Hare Krishna.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, singing everything else but no Hare Krishna. Like that day also during the Snan Yatra, instead of singing Hare Krishna, they would keep saying Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Okay, which is okay because it's a festival, it's fine. But the point is, when we get into this mood, then we never sing Hare Krishna.
咁好似即係有時有啲地方，譬如其實嗰本Kirtan 嘅標準手冊入邊講到，譬如我哋唱 Jai Shri Krishna 嘅唱3次，唱完3次跟住唱 Hare Krishna 喺度。咁好似譬如會講話，佢前嗰排前嗰幾日落齋嘅嗱嗰個舞蹈儀式喺度，咁佢就齋佢就唱好多次，反而話俾你唱多啲 Hare Krishna。
Maybe the first time, 1, 2 times you do, it was fun, or everyone seemed excited. That's enough. But the whole half an hour they were doing that, so many missed opportunities.
咁開頭1、2句嗰時嚟講話即係帶起氣氛，話即係，但係今次嚟講成半場都係咁齋嚟講。
But again, you know, they are excited, so I understand.
咁當然啦，佢哋好興奮喺度啦，唱得好開心，咁我明白嘅。
Okay, so let's go to lesson 14.
咁我哋到呢第4課，
Serving and honoring prasadam.
將係侍奉同埋榮耀嘅沙龍。
Okay. So Prabhupada said, I like this idea very much. Our chanting is the medicine and our prasadam is the diet for curing material disease.
咁佢拋翻講，我好欣賞呢個概念啦。咁唱誦嚟講係良藥啦，沙龍嚟講就係治愈物質疾病嘅飲食。
Yeah. And so in Nectar of Instruction text 4, Srila Prabhupada writes, when a devotee distributes prasadam, remnants of food, offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In order to maintain our spirit of devotional service, we must accept this prasadam as the Lord's grace received through the pure devotees.
當奉獻者分發 prasadam，即供奉各給主聖嘅神手剩下嘅食物時，我們必須將視為通過純粹奉獻者傳遞主嘅恩賜，以保持我哋奉愛服務嘅精神。
Okay, so when you get prasadam, you must be very grateful for getting prasadam.
所以當我哋係接受到際遇咁情況 prasadam 啦，咁我哋好感恩嘅心態啦，接受呢啲際遇。
So the first instruction Srila Prabhupada talked about serving and honoring prasadam is one should only eat prasadam.
咁拋翻講到，譬如我哋服務同埋係榮業際遇，咁第一嚟講就係我哋只係食 prasadam。
There are many devotees who don't follow this principle.
咁好多奉獻者嚟講咧，冇係跟隨呢個守則。
They said, "Oh, I travel, it's so difficult, so I go to some vegetarian store, I eat."
咁我有周圍去緊度啦，咁譬如我去啲素食菜館咁咪算。
That is very unfortunate, actually.
咁其實唔係咁好啦，不幸。
Sometimes devotees don't even cook,
甚至有啲奉獻者係唔煮嘢食。
They probably buy and then they offer it to the deities.
你跟住即係買翻嚟啦，咁跟住係供奉俾神咁咪算。
I mean, if you really don't know how to cook, then go and learn how to cook.
如果你唔識煮嚟講，咪就係學啦，學煮咯。
But if after you learn and you're still so bad, then okay, maybe, yeah.
咁如果你學完之後你都煮得咁差嘅，咁或者啦，都冇辦法，你可以買翻。
Right? You find that you can kill yourself eating your own prasad, and then better you buy.
咁如果你食啲個心，即係你煮得好差，食到你自己好辛苦嗰陣，咁你可以就
So one should only eat prasad.
咁一個人係淨係食生咁制。
Right, so and the other thing is second.
Oh, sorry, the first one, prasadam, does that mean the lunch here is prasadam?
What do you think?
Yes, but there's always, because I repeat
No.
myself.
What are you talking first?
Prasadam, one should only eat prasadam.
Yeah.
I hear it nearly every day, but a lot of time lunchtime, and I say, is it Chinese? And then they say yes, then I say, I won't eat.
Because you don't like Chinese.
Yes.
Okay, so then what you don't like to eat, so why do you say it's not prasad?
No, I don't mean, I'm just clearing, it's lunchtime.
No, I'm trying to clear you also.
Yeah.
Because I want to know exactly why you're asking this question.
I mean, like, if it's prasadam, then I will.
You are
eat.
in the temple,
Yes.
and then how can you say it's not prasad?
I don't know, I mean.
Oh, you've been here how long?
3 years.
Yeah, so how can you say you don't know?
I'm not clear.
Oh, come on.
I'm not, really, I'm not.
How can you be not? So why
Because
didn't you?
they say lunch or this and then prasadam?
So why can't lunch be lunch prasad?
Okay,
Huh?
so.
For 3 years you never confirmed whether it's prasad. Why don't you confirm?
Huh?
Why do you not confirm whether it's prasadam or not?
I guess I don't confirm anything because, I don't ask, I don't,
Come on, you asked me just now.
yeah, I did, yeah.
So in the temple, everything is prasadam when it's cooked by devotees.
喺廟入邊嚟講咧，由奉者煮嘅嚟講，乜全部都係 prasadam。
Okay, so the second point, ideally one should eat food that is cooked by devotees. That means practicing Krishna consciousness.
咁第一點講到就係話，我係只係食得食物最好最理想嚟講就係食嗰食物嚟講咧，係由啲奉獻者煮，呢個奉獻者嚟講係收集緊。
This is first class.
呢個係第一流。
Because devotees are chanting, they're following principles, so when they cook, the Lord accepts the.
因為啲奉獻者係收集緊咧，佢哋有唱誦啦。咁當我哋煮食嚟講咧，煮到嚟接受佢哋所煮嘅食物。
Generally, we cook, we offer it through our spiritual masters.
咁通常我哋煮嚟講，我哋會首先供奉我哋靈性導師。
Yeah, we can't offer it directly to Krishna
我哋唔可以係直接供奉俾 Krishna，
because we are not pure devotees.
因為我哋唔係純粹嘅奉獻者，
But we offer it through our spiritual masters, especially through Prabhupada.
我哋係供奉俾我哋嘅領事導師，特別係供奉俾聖巴布巴。
So if it's prasadam, it's cooked by devotees, and if devotees cook it, they always offer it to the Lord.
咁當然奉獻者由奉獻者去煮嘅食物啦，咁佢哋當然會係供奉俾主嘅，
Right?
奉獻者供奉俾主。
Or if you cook and you don't offer, then you're an asura, you're a demon.
如果你日日煮而你供奉俾神嚟講，你就係一個
Yes.
我問下，咁佢公共俾聖嗰個包唔係食案㗎？即係靈悟式，即係我神牌入邊已經有晒嗰啲，咁我意思點，即係點樣唔知讀書嗰啲動物，即係你先俾老師先，唔係點啊？即係嗰陣時一般就係。
你即係this is auto did
Yeah, I-
then also have the picture of Papa and school. So if we offer to the guru means offer to all the altar, the deity, all the Lord.
If you offer to your guru will offer to the deities.
佢
No?
話如果你供俾你哋聖導師，聖導師會供奉俾神像。
即係意思我主要就係公共俾個。
It's mainly to offer first to his guru.
You ask his permission that I want to offer this to Krishna, you please accept this and offer it.
佢話你請求你聖導師嘅准許喺度，你供奉俾佢，准許你供奉俾佢，由佢再幫你係供奉俾 Krishna。
Then you tell the deities, please accept it.
然後再同神像講，你講請神像係接受你供俾聖導師人聖導師俾嘅食物。
即係要先講，即係要先講嘅先。
It's first you talk to the spiritual master first.
That's the system. You get the permission of the spiritual
因
master.
為呢個係個制度係咁樣，首先你要請求靈性導師一個允許之下，你先可以係做呢方面嘅服務，先可以供奉啲食物上去。
一般冇咁做。
So actually when we find all the mantra, that means we are doing this, right? We pronounce,
Yeah, but you're doing it mechanically.
but that's the meaning they have, we are doing through the mantra.
I know, but we don't even know why we're chanting the mantra.
No, but that's the procedure, right?
The procedure is right. My point is, where's your consciousness?
Yeah.
咁佢話我哋念可能有好多土文喺度嘅，其實土文嚟講已經係一個程序，由靈性導師跟住 Krishna 上到，咁啊佢講話係啊，我哋好念嗰土文係好記人係咁樣念喺度。即係我一提講最主要嚟講，意識知覺可能，意識知覺嚟講培養意識知覺嚟講啊，靈性導師請靈性導師嘅話，你我哋係服務佢供奉俾佢，嗱又請佢俾係全部 Krishna 請 Krishna 係接受。個意識知覺最緊要。Without this first to have first to have got this consciousness.
Hmm?
So you say they should have this concept that they should offer prasadam, they haven't got this consciousness.
Haven't got, she got the.
So,
Now,
Actually offer to the deities.
yeah, then everyone thinks they can offer like, but you should ask your guru and Prabhupada, please.
所以好多人
I'm
係
offering.
佢話所以對我嚟講要靈性導從靈性導師由靈性導師開始先做。
The idea is you are offering to deity, but you're going through your guru and Prabhupada.
好在你係供奉俾你嘅神像度，但係佢最一定要經過你先係傳。
Right? Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why you're praying their mantras, otherwise no need to chant the mantra.
所以呢方面係先練靈性導師嘅土文，先你先就係請靈性導師嘅允許佢嘅幫你做嘅，即係你嘅接受你食禮品要咁傳上。
We are never qualified without our guru.
冇我哋靈性導師，我哋冇資格。
Even we take 1,000,000 births, we are never qualified without the guru.
我哋或者經過數百萬嘅一個投生都冇做啦，咁我哋係冇資格喺度嘅。如果冇咗靈性導師，我哋冇資格做。
We don't have wrong,
Mm.
so wrong.
That's okay, you know.
It's,
You go through Prabhupada.
yeah. It's the same concept as we do the deeply worship. We are not offering the benediction to the
Guru.
to Guru, but we ask for
Asking permission,
and
then you
so
offer.
that we can offer to
Yes.
the Lord. Yeah.
所以其他嘅服務都係配我做緊崇拜嚟講，成日崇拜都係咁樣。其實係先請求靈性導師個玩佢喺度，俾我哋做服務佢，跟住係俾供奉俾 Krishna，即係一層一層咁上。
Now you will hear different versions also, but you just have to hear what the concept behind is. Some people will say, I will offer my guru first. Some will say, no need, because the guru is guiding, and then I've already got the permission. I can offer directly. So you will hear, but you just understand where they're coming from. Yeah.
咁或者我哋聽好多人唔同嘅版本講，我都唔解釋嘅咯。咁但係我哋要知道嗰、個意識知覺，我哋抱住咩知識知覺？有啲人講話，我已經得到靈性導師允許你嘅指引，我哋直接可以做公奉得到。但係我哋知道個真正嗰意識知覺係咩，就一定要經過靈性導師，由靈性導師即一傳上去先可以做到呢啲服務，同埋靈性導師嘅允許我先做到。
So we are practicing.
我哋係收集。
Yeah, once you become perfect, then you can go straight to Radha and Krishna and all.
咁當個時候將呢啲人哋可以達到啲原理喺度啦，咁嗰陣時或者我哋直接可以去 Radha Krishna。
So I'm not eating a lot of prasadam here. So if I go home and I'm not offering it to Prabhupada, then I'm just eating food.
Then you're eating sin.
Sin. So I should start to make an altar.
Yeah,
And
you should.
because I do cook at home when I don't eat.
Oh, then you should offer. You cannot eat just like that.
Okay.
Because in the Bhagavad Gita it says, one who doesn't offer verily eats sin only.
Okay.
咁媽姐講我自己有錢嘢到，但係冇供奉咯。咁冇供奉咁佢會講咁媽姐係咪我要有一個神變咗我自己要安放呢個祭壇喺度，跟住係供奉嗰度？咁就冇話一定係要，因為喺國家法嗰 Krishna 講過，如果你啲食物冇供奉過俾你講，你哋食嗰啲全部都係啲罪惡嚟嘅。咁所以最上有個祭壇喺度啦，有 Krishna 相啦，包括跟住先係。
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is this only for the prasadam that we offer to Prabhupada or Guru and then to Krishna, or is this for every service we have to offer to Krishna? Has to go through Guru and Prabhupada?
Every service is through the spiritual mass.
呢個唔單止係供奉祭嘅咁，所有服務我哋做都要經過咁嘅程序上。
We are not qualified.
我哋係冇咁嘅資格。
It's their mercy we are doing any service.
咁係透過佢嘅恩慈底下嚟講咧，我哋先可以做係其他嘅服務。
The following question is, in case when I'm doing Galan Seva, because for now I think that's the Seva, how do I offer it to Prabhupada before I?
No, that's not. You ask, this is a service. So you pray to Srila Prabhupada and say, I'm doing the flower, please bless me that I can do a good service.
咁佢話佢做緊花環，我唔可以話將個花環嚟講係供奉俾佢種。咁道都講我哋唔係話將個花環供奉，我哋俾請求佢俾佢允許我做呢方面嘅服務，等我哋做呢個服務更加係做得好嘅。
Okay. All right. And then prasadam should be served by devotees, at least someone practicing.
咁最好由奉獻者係分派分派出去到，咁呢啲奉獻者係收集緊嘅。
Because devotees should be trained how to serve, so they will serve properly.
咁奉獻者要受過訓練啦，咁佢知道點樣正確咁樣係侍奉啲菩薩。
Yeah, if they are not trained, then they will not serve properly.
咁如果佢哋冇受過訓練咧，咁可能唔係好正確咁樣係serve 啲菩薩唔長。
They may not give you ask more, they give little, and then
It's true.
或者佢想要你想要多啲，跟住又俾啲咁多你。
It's true.
so the devotee should be serving with love and affection.
咁奉獻者你咁愛心啦，咁樣係將啲食物派發出。
Okay, so the next point.
咁
Remember that Krishna Prasadam is not different from Krishna. Recite the Sarira Avidajal prayer to remember that.
咁記住咧 ，Krishna 同 Krishna 個沙律嚟係無異無別嘅。咁我哋喺實際以前嚟講，要記住先念個沙律啦，然之後只有呢個禱文。
Yeah. So when you recite the prayer, make sure you know what the prayer is, meaning of the prayer.
咁當你係念個禱文，咁所以你要知道個禱文嘅意思係乜嘢啦。
Yeah. So that way, when you chant, you will know why you are chanting.
咁當我哋念個禱文嚟講，我哋先知我話入邊個內容係乜嘢，點解我哋要唱呢個禱文。
You don't have?
No,
Your file doesn't have anything.
Oh, really? Okay.
No.
Anyway, you can get the prayers.
Yeah.
Okay.
咁我哋可以係隨後會補翻上呢個補翻呢個
Okay.
部文俾補翻上。
Yeah, the prayer it's a good prayer to understand that our body and senses are just a network of for gratification. It's a death. By enjoying, we die through the sense and not recognizing who our benefactor is.
咁呢個禱文其實提醒我哋嚟講，我哋嘅身體嚟講，我哋唔係呢個身體喺度啦，身體嚟講好多器官嚟講，令到我哋好似嗰啲身體俾我哋享受喺度，其實係唔係咁樣。
Yeah, so then we thank the Lord for giving us this opportunity to take the prasadam.
咁我哋係感恩啦，主係俾個機會我哋係榮耀享受呢個祭。
Okay, number 4, we've gone through that in the first lesson.
咁第4點我哋講咧就係之前我哋第一堂已經講過嚟啦，就唔係用右手
Yeah,
去食，
use the right hand to eat and drink here.
係唔用右手，用右手用右手去進食或者係飲水。
Number 5 is interesting because not many people do this. Meditate how Krishna tasted the offering.
咁第5點嚟講，好少奉獻者會係做到嘅，就係冥想 Krishna 係點樣係品嚐供奉嘅食物。
If you read the pastimes of Krishna eating prasadam or how he gives prasadam, that will be very helpful.
咁佢當我哋係讀到有關 Krishna 嘅逍遙時光啊，點樣係食 prasadam 點樣係派發 prasadam 嚟講咧，會對我哋有幫助。
But generally in all our ISKCON, mostly we talk.
咁係咁，我哋
Talk.
好多時講係比較淨係會係喺度講。
Yeah. So if you look at picture of Srila Prabhupada honoring prasadam, you see nobody can disturb him.
咁譬如我哋留意翻 PowerPoint 嘅影片嗰度啦，當佢食或者相片，當時間佢3年講冇人騷擾佢食沙。
And that's why we call it honoring prasad.
所以點解我哋食祭叫做係榮耀祭？
If you want to talk, you must, unless it's very, for some managers or some GBC, maybe they have no choice. They have no time. So,
咁當我哋食祭嗰陣時嚟講就係榮耀緊祭嗰陣時嚟講冇放太多咯。咁除咗你係用你榮耀 Krishna 或者係我哋因為我哋係當時係榮耀 Krishna 咁除非 GBC 係冇時間喺度啦，咁我哋開會都冇時間，所以係唯有嗰段時間先可以傾喺度，咁所以冇辦法。
I mean, it's a good practice if you don't talk, but if you talk, it's not the end of the world.
我呢個好嘅一個練習嚟嘅，就係食沙嗰時冇講嘢，咁其實冇乜大不了，咪世界會人哋都唔講咪唔講咯。
And then number 7, do not throw prasadam, never touch prasadam with your feet.
唔好抌啲 prasadam，同埋唔好攞隻腳嚟掂啲 prasadam。
Do not throw prasadam means sometimes we take so much prasadam that we don't eat, so we throw. Or we pack and keep in the fridge and it gets bad and throw.
咁抌 prasadam 嘅意思就係有時我哋係食唔晒，跟住係咁多出嚟，呢個食唔晒就係抌出去，又或者我哋將 prasadam 佢擺喺個飯盒嗰度啦，擺雪櫃，你擺太耐個頭自己都食唔到啊，跟住變壞，跟住係抌咗落去。
Right?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
清楚。
All right. Number 8.
When we put the prasadam that some add to a tree, so we put.
Yeah, no choice, right? You can't eat unless you are game enough to eat. You can put it in a plant or give it to some animal. Yeah.
咁譬如啲變壞嘅食物嚟講咧，我哋俾啲即係抌啲即係灑咗食物嗰度俾你哋啦，或者係俾其他嘅動物食。幫嚟到。
I've seen guests being served quite a lot, and it's really not their taste, so they literally throw half the person. So in this case, should I just say, I'll clean it for you, and then put the leftover in the tree now?
Well, I don't think you need to worry that. Generally, if you're serving, you ask the person how much they want.
Yeah.
Don't put the amount you will eat for them, Everyone
Yes.
has different tastes, but so
Good.
you always ask, I'm going to give you a little bit. If you want more, you please say, and I'll give you more. Yeah.
Yes.
所以佢話我哋係當派發祭嗰陣時嚟講，我哋最終問一問嗰個客人度啦，咁 或者你要唔要邊啲，或者邊啲唔要喺度，或者我哋先俾些少啲佢先，咁跟住如果你再要嗰時翻就我先再添俾你喺度，比較就好啲，因為每人嘅口味唔同，有啲中意食呢種多，有啲人中意食呢啲。
Alright, number 8 is a practice that is carried out by devotees but may not be practical at all times.
咁呢個奉者嚟講，或者已經係有咁樣做啦，咁但係要實際喺度有好多奉者唔係成日都咁做。
Wash hands, feet, and mouth before and after eating. Of
So,
course, if you're working in office, you can at least wash your hands and mouth.
咁佢洗手、洗腳、洗口啦，咁食嘢之後洗腳、洗口。咁如果你喺辦公室做嘢嗰陣時嚟講，咁可能冇辦法洗腳嗰度，咁最少起碼你洗手、洗口。
So at least wash your hands. If you can't, mouth also.
如果口都唔得，最起碼最少洗手先。
In India, I never see devotee washing their feet after prasada. We have to rinse the mouth and hands definitely, but not the feet. Even in Governor Retreat Center, there's no facilities to wash
Yeah,
the
that's
feet.
my point. If you don't have, then at least wash your hands and mouth.
咁就我講就要睇個情況啦。咁媽子講嘅就寫嗰位單嗰度，呢度或者喺印度嗰度，即係都成日洗口冇洗腳。咁即係話話，我講就係講呢個重點就係喺嗰陣時嘅情況，個環境許唔許我哋咁樣做，咁嘅設備俾你咁做。
Because we are in Kali Yuga, everything becomes lessened. Yes.
咁卡列代嚟講咧，啲講佢哋要能夠做唔到嘅，有啲跟唔足咁樣做。
Mindful when the devotees after eating they wash hands and
Mouth, yeah.
and they put some water spring on.
Yes,
Like this.
some devotees do that.
佢喺拉布有啲奉者就係洗完洗水，然後咧跟住會攞些少水，跟住灑落自己嘅腳。
Yeah.
Means we are eating at home, prasadam, then we need to wash our feet.
佢意思係咪喺我哋如果喺屋企嚟講，我哋會洗埋腳呢個。
Now, if in your home you have a lower standard, then it's up to you, but it's good practice if you can.
佢當然喺屋企嚟講，如果你都要即係將個手質壓降得咁低嚟講，咁呢個係你嘅問題啦。咁當然啦，如果最好就跟足個標準啲最好。
Yeah, do what you think you can do, but if you cut down everything, then you have no standard now in the end.
Yeah.
咁當然啦，你即係做得幾多得幾多啦。咁如果你話要將個水係硬要將個水準降低嚟講，咁冇辦法啦。咁呢個係你自己嘅事。
And then number 9, this is more like just to, in terms for digestion purposes. If you must drink a glass of water 1 hour before eating. For some time after eating, don't drink. If you at all have to drink something hot.
咁呢個其實講係一種叫做係飲食方法喺度啊，或者係好似譬如飲食之前1個小時嚟講，我飲一杯水啦。咁進食之後嚟講，盡量唔避免係飲水喺度嘅。如果真係想飲嚟講，最好飲啲熱水啦。
Generally, if you are eating, there should be some glass of water.
咁如果我哋食嘢嗰陣時，佢係旁邊有杯水嘅。
In case you got food stuck in your throat, you can't swallow.
或者你係有啲塞咗喉嚨啊，或者係吞唔到嘢嚟講，都有杯水咁多。
Otherwise, there's no necessity to drink so much water because it interferes with your digestion.
因為其實如果唔係就冇必要嚟講係飲好多水咧，又會係妨礙你嘅消化。
Okay. So this is a letter to Kirtiraj. Srila Prabhupada writes, we should never waste Krishna prasadam. Best thing is to cook only what is required and give each person what he wants. That is Vedic system. That the people sit in rows behind their plates and the servers pass down the rows and put a very small portion of each foodstuff on each plate. Unless there's some objection by a person, then nothing is given. Then, if anyone wants more, the servers pass up and down the rows continually and give more if anyone requests. In this way, nothing is wasted and everyone is satisfied.
我們絕不浪費 Krishna 嘅 prasadam。最好嘅方法嚟講，就係有需要有幾多，係根據嘅人幾多人跟住我哋係煮喺度。
Yeah, so that Okay.
個體係咁樣對一個，譬如坐喺佢個盤嘅後方啦，咁我哋係服務即係3嚟講咧，每一道食物嚟講都要俾少少佢哋喺個盤嗰度。咁除非有啲人嚟講係唔想食某一種食物嚟講咧，你就唔需要俾佢喺度。如果唔係嚟講咧，就唔好遺漏嘅人都要俾佢。咁如果有啲人要多啲嚟講咧，咁serving salad嗰個嚟講就要係再翻轉頭分版字嚟講就再俾佢哋。就唔好咁樣做咧，就會避免咗浪費啦，同埋人人都係得到佢自己要嘅。
So, like, in some places they cook a certain amount because they have seen over a period of time how many people come for lunch or
咁
breakfast.
有啲廟宇嚟講，佢就會係計啦，計你人頭有幾多，幾多人嚟講係食早餐，幾多人嚟講食午餐，咁佢根據啲人頭嚟講係煮嘅份量。
And in some places, like in Hong Kong, you have to call in and reserve a plate.
咁喺我哋香港嚟講咧，就要打返嚟講要預留嘅餐。
So the cook has an idea how much to cook.
咁煮嘢嗰嚟講要心中有數啦，要大約要煮幾多，要自己知。
Yeah, but if you don't call and then you come and then you can't complain.
咁如果你係冇預留，冇打電話嚟，突然之間嚟講話要食嘢，而冇留俾你嚟講咧，你唔可以投訴。
So for circumstances where people don't come and they call or they come at the end looking for pressure, we should have some cookies to give them.
咁有啲人嚟講係冇打電話嚟，跟突然之間衝上嚟嗰啲不足之客喺度啊，或者有啲人嚟講係訂咗，跟住又冇嚟到喺度，咁我哋要應付呢啲咁啊，如果或者最好嚟講，我哋有啲曲奇餅喺度啦。
Yeah, whether they take the cookie or not is their problem.
如果係我哋冇預啦，佢沙特冇嘢食嚟講，跟住我哋有啲曲奇餅俾佢嚟講，咁佢要唔要係另外一回事，係你嘅問題。
Yeah, but sometimes you have no choice. If some maybe some sannyasi suddenly come, then you must cook for them.
咁有時你冇辦法啦，有啲可能發個真突然之間嚟到，咁佢冇嘢食，咁你又要煮俾佢嘅。
You cannot say, oh, you didn't call, so you should...
你如果講你冇打電話嚟預約咁做，咁你冇得食。
Yeah, sometimes you cannot do that. But ordinary people, you can say, look, we cannot, we cook, we have this notice, you should follow the standard. Yeah.
咁對讀真嗰啲唔可以咁做咧。咁對一般嘅客人嚟講咧，咁我哋要同佢講翻，咁我哋嗰個標準就係咁樣度，咁你要跟住嗰個手續去做，咁你冇跟住咁做，佢冇辦法。
Okay, then the system of serving people, this is what Prabhupada has.
呢個就係Papa講嗰個制度啊，點樣係侍奉佛沙。
Everyone should sit. You should tell them to sit, and then they are served by qualified devotees.
咁每一應該邀請所有人都要坐低，又跟住佛沙嚟講咧，有啲係合資格嘅奉獻者嚟講係serve 嘅。
Qualified devotee means they know how to serve, not just somebody new come only. Oh, you come, you serve, and they don't know what to serve, how to
咁合資格意思嚟講就係佢知道係懂得點樣，就係派發佛沙嗰度，唔係話一個新嚟嘅，跟住你去幫手再去派佛沙。
Okay. And then the other thing is, service should be clean, peaceful, and satisfied.
咁派佛沙嚟講啊，個奉獻者嚟講仲有清潔啦，同埋係心境平和啦，同埋係好滿足愉快嘅。
If you look dirty and horrible, and you serve people look at you, they lose their appetite.
咁你係污糟喺度啊，跟住又睇落係攞順眼或者唔舒服嗰陣時講咧，咁當你俾啲衫嗰時，嗰啲人哇覺得咁恐怖，佢哋都冇胃口。
All your fingernails is all dirty.
擺手指甲係有晒黑邊喺度。
Yeah, and then you take the samosa and then you,
跟住除咗揦住個什麼腸，就又擺落去嘅碟嗰度。
then you cannot eat also. You are not peaceful. They may be peaceful, you are not peaceful.
咁你俾我哋由跟住個人睇落嚟講就好驚，你都唔敢食。
Right? And they should eat before serving if necessary.
咁如果有必要嚟講，或者係食佢派之前嚟講要食嘢先啦。
Yeah, otherwise when they're serving, they are thinking of eating it also.
如果唔係，你變咗係一邊派發食，一邊諗住講我想食嘢，我想食。
Right? It's like that. They have this conscious, especially young people. they're hungry, they're like, I have to eat also,
咁尤其是啲年青嗰啲喺度啦，咁當我哋一對牌時講就係我想食啊，我想食，咁嘅意思呢個。
So if they eat and they come, they can serve. They don't even think. Probably they're too full. They don't even want to look at the food.
咁當佢哋食完之後嚟講已經好飽度啦，咁變咗佢哋派咗時，咁佢諗住嚟講啊，我就想食，因為已經食夠。
And this one we know, don't speak while serving unless you're wearing a mask.
Yeah.
好似我哋講佢哋講就係話係啊，唔好講啦，出生時嘅事啊，派發三都唔好講。
Otherwise, it's all Mahaprasad.
如果唔係就變咗你啲口水噴晒攞嘢，嗰啲就係啲馬佛山。
Yeah. Okay, then the next one is serve the correct amount.
咁佢就係按適當嘅分配嘅啦。
Yeah, otherwise you'll waste a lot.
如果唔係變咗係嘥好多。
Ask people how much you want to eat. Is this enough? Do you need more? Do you need less?
咁問啲人咁啦，你又想要幾多啦？要多啊，要要少啊？唔好問清楚，如果唔係就會浪費嘅時間。
Okay, and then the fourth one is interesting. Householders should serve the guests according to their statuses.
咁呢個幾有趣嘅點就係居士應該負責支付賓客嗰度啦，根據佢哋嗰個唔同嘅身份啊、長輩、老人啊而做優先覺得。
Generally, seniors you should serve first, then elders, and then children should be served. All this category is first.
咁呢幾類嘅好似係點講啊？長輩啦、老人家同埋細路仔啦，咁應該優先係俾佢哋先。
Seniors generally means sannyasis or brahmanas. Yeah.
咁長輩通常嚟講係講搭輩僧啦、婆羅門。
And then elders means older people.
咁老人家就係比較年長嘅人。
And then children.
又跟住細路仔。
Yeah. But sometimes you need to feed the children first, otherwise they create a lot of problems.
咁有時或者先俾啲細路仔先，如果唔係細路仔扎扎地喺度嘈啊、叫喺度喊，
Yeah, they'll run all over the place. It's chaos.
跟住令到佢好混亂喺度，要周圍走喺度。
Okay, one of the other things in serving, you must always make sure there's water. Everyone should have water first.
咁一個我哋要記得嘅就係我首先嚟講要係俾啲水啲人嗱。
And then after that, you must make sure the condiments are all served with the main before you serve the main plate.
咁跟住我哋講到係
Condiments
鹽水啊，鹽
like salt, lemon,
水啲
chili,
檸檬嗰啲青檸嗰啲之類嘅，
right, on the side dish.
喺個盤邊嗰度。
All right, huh? Okay. Number 7 is serve according to the order in formal settings.
咁首項事奉嘅跟佢話跟住正式嘅場合係順序咁係事奉嗰度。
That means there are different type of cuisine. They have a order how to eat what first, second, and so on.
因為佢哋有講話食物嚟講，邊個樣嘢食先，邊樣係食第二嘅，咁有個次序嘅。
So I do not know about Chinese food whether they have a system or you just jump in and then jump out.
即係我唔知道你哋中國食嘢係點樣度啦。咁話你即係因為佢哋有陣時佢哋講就有先食邊啲，第二、第三咁樣。咁或者你中國人嚟講食嚟講，跳落去中意食乜就即刻食呢啲。
突然跳翻出嚟。
跟住就食之後你嘅跳翻出。
Yeah, but in like in Vedic cuisine, many parts of India they have system which one to eat first, second, third.
所以喺印度嚟講咧，好似唔同嘅好多地方嚟講，佢有個系統喺度嘅，邊啲嘢食先，邊啲嘢食第二、第三。
Even the Western, they have what goes first, they serve first, entrees and then all appetizer and so on.
就好似譬如西餐嚟講都有啦，有啲餐前菜嗰度啊，啲小圍菜啊，跟住主菜啊，咁係唔同咁嘅跟次序咁樣去奉。
Generally, that's European, yeah.
咁你有啲歐洲嗰啲。
Yeah, but in Chinese restaurant, they come first what they serve, second they serve, third they serve, right? But it's no whatever they want, right? They say I want this first, this second. That's how they do it.
Banquet.
Yeah, banquet.
Otherwise, you Chinese eating is completely different from India. We serve everything, we put all the dishes in front of us and you just pick whatever you
Yeah, yeah, dive into it.
But in the banquet, yes, we have
佢話喺宴會，除非宴會嚟講咧，會有分頭盤，跟住係其他嘅前菜咁樣，咁跟住個次序。咁如果普通一般人食嘢嚟講，就冇嘅，全部一齊捧晒出嚟喺度，跟住你咁夾兩夾，你又夾，你又夾。
I thought like I remember going to dim sum, they have certain system, you have to eat first, second, third. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I must have gone to a very refined place, yeah.
咁冇好講佢嘅點心嚟講咧，就都有食啲咩先，食咩先，咁我哋係冇嘅。冇可能佢嗰啲比較係高級啲，或者係啲分得好細好細。
Maybe I went to a high class restaurant.
I remember when I was
Yeah.
in Calcutta at the time, all times I go with Chandra Pandit Maharaj, he said that we should take these the pray the stick on preparation. He said
Yeah.
we should take these first and then
Yes, yeah.
us. 我記得嗰陣時好耐之前，我哋去 Calcutta 同Pandit Maharaj，咁跟住個佢哋講有好多唔同嘅沙律嘅菜式啦，跟住話邊嘢食先，第二、第三咁去。
Okay, so in the number 7 in your manual, it shows the system that Srila Prabhupada taught. This is the Bengali style of eating.
咁呢個泡泡嚟講就係講到泡泡講到係咁麥加拉嚟講嘅嗰個系統係點樣係食嘢啊、serve 服務嗰啲。
Yeah, so look in your handout, you can see first is bitter preparations.
佢首先嚟講係啲酸苦味嘅嘢。
So you have eaten bitter things, yeah. Yes. It's a preparation, type of vegetable preparation.
佢有啲菜咧苦瓜好多啲苦嘅菜啲苦菜嘅菜。
Yeah, it has bitter melon in it, potatoes, whatever vegetables, but it's bitter.
呢啲係譬如有入邊有苦瓜度啊，或者薯仔啊，咁總之係一苦地嘅味道嘅。
Then the next item you eat is spinach or astringent items.
跟住係菠菜咧，咁結味嘅食材。
And then you eat fried preparations and dal.
跟住係油炸食品啦，牛湯。
After that, you have different vegetables which have spices in it.
然後各式香料嘅蔬菜。
And then you eat sour things.
跟住食啲酸嘢啦，酸嘅食物。
And then finally you eat sweet.
而跟住咧，最後我哋係食甜品。
Yeah. Now rice and bread items are always there. They keep coming here.
咁佢飯同埋薄餅嚟講咧，就不斷啲主食嚟講咧，成日都係不斷咁樣係交俾你。
So when people want to eat, of course, this is Bengali. Then you have South Indian, a different style. They have different things. Pretty similar, but they have slight differences.
咁當然呢個係孟加拉嘅啦，咁有時你一啲係南印度啊，或者係唔同嘅，咁大致上差唔多嘅，有啲咁多嘅。
Yeah, so Gujaratis is slightly different, Marathi different. So they all have different style.
咁 Gujarati 啊、Marathi 有啲係人。
Okay. Now, if people want more seconds, you should give them.
咁一個人如果想再添嗰陣時嚟講，第二個主要嗰時嚟講，你要食俾佢。
Yeah, don't be stingy.
唔好係收埋。
So don't hold or hide it so that you can take it later.
唔好收埋佢，跟住你咁，我自己可以一間先食。
Because they do, people do this.
即係有人係咁樣做，收埋跟住等單自己一間先食留翻。
Yeah, prasadam is meant for distribution.
因為 prasadam 嚟講就係派發出去。
Prasadam never goes to waste.
唔好係嘥。
Sorry, can I just make a comment on that? Because sometimes, really, I don't know how they categorize different devotees, but some devotees can, have takeaway and this, and like, if I say, can I have more, it's like, really like, no, there's not enough.
Maybe
And then
you should bribe them.
I don't know why it's like that. Some devotees serve themselves. And, if I say, oh, can I, no, don't touch, so.
Oh yeah, when you are,
Very different.
generally the server should serve you. If you're coming to make a plate, you shouldn't go and take it unless it's self-service.
No, I mean, I don't. I say, can I have more? It's
Yeah.
like, no. And then some some devotees, they just serve themselves.
Yeah, so maybe you should take a video of who is taking more.
I mean, like, it's like very discriminating.
I know, so then you do that, then you can then show them and then talk to the GBC.
I mean, this is so good information.
Yeah.
I just hope, you know.
No, I feel for you, but I don't know what to say. If
Yeah, I
they
know.
they don't give you more, they should give you more pressure.
咁阿姐講到話，即係有時佢想，譬如好似問佢嘅收入仲有多啲物俾我度，咁嘅有啲人會姐同佢講，我唔得啊，我唔夠，而家佢自己係噏俾自己喺度啊，不過自己話嗰啲啊，即係話佢自己就有用，但係當我問你嗰時有冇，咁冇啊，咁你話即係講笑啦，冇所謂咧，賄賂佢哋喺度啊，咁喺度説緊，或者你話如果唔係你攞拍低你哋喺度。拍低影片度，跟住就同佢哋講翻點解你哋咁樣做，或者同 GBC 講。
Okay, so we shall serve her more next time.
咁如果咁，而家又
You serve her more.
It's not me who serve them.
Yes. Can I just respond to this?
You can respond. Yeah.
Yes, normally, from what I've seen, devotees do give more. If there's more prasad, they do offer more. It's a lot of times what happens is they expect less people to come in, so the prasad is not enough and there's so many people. So that's the time when they say, cannot, because there's so many others that we need to serve. So this has happened, and I'm also always here in the temple, and I've seen that this happens. So devotees, a lot of times, they themselves don't get to eat. They give their own prasad to others to eat as well.
咁阿姐佢講佢個好似
You
係
have
之後
takeaway boxes.
即係回應呢個問題話，好多時嚟講就係佢煮咗係好多食物，跟住就唔係咁多人嚟，又或者煮好少，跟住突然之間好多人嚟，跟住分唔夠，所以變咗當唔夠食嗰時問佢啊，唔好意思係唔夠俾你。咁甚至乎有幾種情況就係有時啲食物唔夠咧，咁即係自己留俾自己都俾埋人哋喺度，佢自己冇得食。
Anyway, I think you all should cook more so that I mean, I grew up in a family where my father would give more.
Yeah, me too.
So it was a positive feeling. So maybe we can look at it carefully and arrange according. Yeah.
咁如果講話不如我哋即係如果可以應該煮多些少咁樣講翻自己屋企，因為喺屋企如果佢係白工就煮好多啊，俾到你食好多食到好滿足喺度㗎，咁好舒服個感覺好啊，好舒服咁樣。你其實我呢啲點我哋要考慮下一點咯，即係咪煮多啲咁多。
And then if we got extra leftover, then you call Lena to come and take.
There'll be other people.
No, it's okay.
即係如果有剩翻多食多叫啲人嘅晒，咁你講話你有其他嘅人喺度好想可以，但係叫嗰啲公司。
Don't mind.
Yeah.
If it's the Western or Indian.
Oh. Don't be picky, it's prasadam. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, hopefully you get better servings. Yeah, number 9, serving utensils should not touch the eating plates.
咁係派發食物嗰啲嘢用具嚟講咧，唔可以掂到啲餐盤。
Yeah, sometimes devotees don't know how to serve because they're not trained. They put the whole thing plus the spoon shouldn't touch.
Yeah.
咁有啲奉者嚟講咧，佢係冇受過訓練啦，唔識啦，咁唔知就成個即係嗰啲派發食物嗰啲羹嗰啲嗰隻掂埋啲盤。
Whether it is clean plate or not, you should not touch the plate.
無論乾淨與否咧，我呢個碟嚟講都唔應該掂個碟嘅。
Okay, because when you touch the plate, the spoon will become contaminated. Yeah, and then you have to wash it. Otherwise, the contaminated spoon is going into the whole bucket and everything is contaminated.
如果掂個碟之後嚟講已經受咗污染喺度㗎。咁如果你唔洗嚟講，你再掂翻嚟個煲嗰度嚟講話，如果盤嗰啲咁其他食物全部都受污染，所以你要馬上即刻洗翻乾淨。
If they had COVID or what, then they fast them.
咁如果係有個新冠嗰個病傳染病嚟講咧，嗰啲就會傳染開去。
Okay, similarly, don't touch anything with your fingers.
咁同樣啦，唔好用我哋手指嚟嘅掂啲嘢。
Yeah, it says even your finger touches the water, then it's contaminated.
即使手指如果掂到啲水嚟講，水咧就會污染。
Sorry, some servers they use their hand and put it on your plate, like, oh, don't waste it. And then I'm like,
You don't
Yeah.
like that,
No,
yeah,
I
so
don't.
then you all shouldn't.
I don't, yeah.
咁佢有時有啲人哋講句碗佢剩翻你最一掃埋，跟住揩入個碗嗰度。咁咪就係我唔中意啲咁就唔好咁做。
Yeah, because if you get guests and so on, who they're not used to, people using hands and all. Like if you go India, they are used to seeing
Yes.
hand. But
Yes.
in outside of India, I think many people don't like fingers touching, but they like finger licking good food.
咁佢除咗印度嗰度啦，因為印度人嗰邊嚟講習慣用手嚟食嘢，咁喺外邊嚟講就唔用手食嘢啦，所以佢哋係唔咁慣，唔係咁中意，都覺得污糟嗰度。咁佢反而佢哋係中意，但係啲人嚟講你好怪喺度，就會用啲手指掂嘅，跟住舐落個口嗰度食，試味嗰啲啲。
Okay. And then salt should never be served by hand. Salt, because salt can take karma and pass karma.
佢鹽嚟講咧，唔應該唔好用手掂喺度，因為鹽嚟講會係傳遞呢個熱報。
So normally you want to serve salt, you take spoon, don't use your hand.
所以我哋係啲派啲鹽俾人啲嗰陣時，再攞匙羹度攞手就咁揦扎咯，滲落去咯，
Use a spoon.
要用匙羹，用羹。How about they cook it? They use things.
Yeah, you still cook is okay. Yeah,
Cook is okay.
yeah, cook is okay.
When you are taking-
Serving, this is serving.
佢呢度講係派食或者唔係講煮。
You're eating the cooking, you're already taking it. Why you making a big deal?
你煮嘢嗰陣時嚟講已經係用手掂好多嘢。
唔係，因為已經你食嗰啲個廚師煮嘢已經食緊你啲烤埋，你自動就已經攞咗你啲烤埋。
哦，佢話廚師煮嘢嗰陣時嚟講已經係食緊佢，你哋食緊你啲烤。
Okay. 11, never touch
哦，
prasadam with your feet or step away.
唔好用隻腳掂 prasada，或者係跨過啲prasada。
And then 12, serve from the serving containers. This is quite obvious, simple. Yeah. And then 13, do not drag serving containers on the floor.
咁嗰啲係用嚟係派祭嗰啲器皿嚟講咧，冇喺地下個後邊拉。
Just noisy scraping the floor, so we
整
don't
花地下
disturb people.
同埋嚟講有嘈啊，要騷擾啲人食嘢，
It's supposed to serve quietly.
要好靜咁樣係派食物啦。
And then the last point is clean the tables or floor after everyone has honored prasad.
咁當每一個人食完食物嚟講咧，就要之後啲人食完之後嚟講要清潔個地下同埋啲台面，
Okay, this is for cleanliness.
呢個係清潔啦。
Otherwise, if you leave it overnight or whatever, insects, cockroaches.
咁如果我哋係隔啲嘢都冇打理嚟講咧，咁引呢啲昆蟲啊、啲曱甴先嚟。
Yeah. Now, the lesson 15 is how to do arati. You can actually read it yourself.
Yes.
咁部分我嚟講係講 Etiquette 嘅，咁大家可以其實自己睇 Etiquette。
Yeah, and if you have questions, you can ask me. There's no need for me to go through that. So this pretty much finishes our course. Yeah.
咁但係你都有啲問題再問我㗎啦，咁我哋嘅課程。
So what I'll do is we'll read this last pastime, Srila Prabhupada's pastime.
咁我就最後嚟講就講個PowerPoint嘅消息。
One last question. When you say that prasadam should be served by pure devotees, does that mean in the temple should only be served by senior devotees? We are newcomers, we should not.
If
be
you are
served.
trained, you can serve. How long you've been here?
1 year.
Yeah, you can serve, right? You know how to serve.
With the mask.
Yeah.
Oh, no coffee.
And if you're trained to serve, it's okay. But if you're new, you do not know how to serve, then you shouldn't serve.
咁佢講到係咪派發制度嚟講一定要資深奉獻者做啊？咁佢嗰個唔一定。咁只要你係受過訓練呢度啦，你又知道嗰個點樣派發食物嚟講，你就可以係派發食物用個公民嘅幾年咁樣一段時間，你如果識得同埋已經受過訓練，你都可以派發食物。
All right, the story of Prabhupada's visit with some of his disciples at Puri Maharaj's Vishakhapatnam center.
冇㗎呢度。
有中文喎，
有啦，
有中文係40個月啦。
And 30 is expensive.
啊，40個月。
哦，有。
Prabhupada's godbrother Ananda was eager to cook and serve not only Srila Prabhupada, but all of his disciples. Ananda was elderly, yet he took the position of always offering menial service. Although he spoke very little English, Prabhupada's disciples could perceive the affection of Ananda and Srila Prabhupada for each other. Ananda's communication with Srila Prabhupada's disciples was particularly manifest through his cooking and serving of prasadam. Each morning, everyone would gather on the veranda outside Srila Prabhupada's quarters, the men sitting on one side, the ladies on the other. Down the center aisle, Ananda would walk briskly distributing prasadam. While Srila Prabhupada sat at one end in a wooden chair, fingering his japa beads and observing the devotees take prasadam. Srila Prabhupada had supplied money to the ashram, and Ananda was regularly cooking sumptuous feasts, deep-fried chunks of potatoes in powdered spices, rice, yogurt, dal, 3 different types of sabjis, fresh fries, chutney, malpura, rajkeli, sandesh, shira, and everything cooked to a nectarian standard of excellence. Srila Prabhupada would sit at the head of the 2 rows and encourage them to take prasadam. Give him more. Prabhupada would praise Ananda's cooking, smiling with pleasure to see his disciples accept prasadam. The devotees would finish, having been induced to eat as much as they possibly could, and Srila Prabhupada would say aloud the Prema Dvani prayers. Then all the devotees would shout in response, Jai! After one such feast, Prabhupada called the devotees into his room and remarked, see how he is cooking? He cooks everything, he serves it, and then he doesn't eat until everyone is fully satisfied. This is Vaishnava. How he should act. He is more satisfied to serve than to enjoy himself. Okay.
聖泡泡長大啦，以渴望不斷為聖泡泡烹飪事業，更為他嘅所有人。Ananda 年紀時已高，但今月始終於承擔卑微服務，儘管他幾乎不會說英語。泡泡嘅弟子們仍能感受到 Ananda 與聖泡泡之間嘅深厚親情。Ananda 通過烹飪嘅事奉嘅沙能，與聖泡泡嘅門徒建立起獨特嘅交流。每日清晨，眾人會聚會在聖泡泡居所外嘅長廊上，男眾在一側，女眾則另外一側。Ananda 會沿着中央過道快步穿行奔發嘅沙林，而聖泡泡則在盡頭嘅木椅上手撥連珠，因為只是門徒領受嘅沙林，聖泡泡會為該修院提供資金支持。Ananda 則每天烹製豐盛嘅筵席。果香新粉嘅炸土豆餅、米飯、yogurt、豆湯3種不同嘅蔬菜咖喱、現炸食物、酸炸醬、馬普拉甜餅、拉克利甜食、桑德沙乳酪球、黑色拉米布甸、燒臘，每道皆津至甘露之味。聖泡泡端坐兩側信徒之手。鼓勵眾人享用佛沙達，多給他添些他含笑盛讚 Ananda 嘅殊藝。因而指示門徒嘅領受聖餐，門徒們被勸喻盡量竭盡所能進食，他們會一掃而乾。來參拜聖泡泡會高頌 Panam Pavan 嘅禱文，所有門徒齊聲回應齋。 一次盛宴過後，拋召弟子入室入室，看他是如何做飯的。所有嘅飯菜全部由他自己做，侍奉眾人享用，唯獨是大家喝足飯飽後，方才進食。這就是愛是那亞，這就是愛令是那亞應有嘅舉止。他樂於服務，勝於享樂。
Okay. All right. So lesson 15 is doing arti, but it's in your handbook. Everything. I have some slides. It's the same notes. So these are the paraphernalia. You have seen all these things if you come for artis.
咁第15章嚟講就係講 art 做崇拜，咁入邊嚟講所有資料啦。咁我呢一圖片嚟講咧，就係呢度入邊所講用品嚟講咧，係崇拜時用嘅。咁大家睇到嘅同我哋一樣嘅書嘅內容。
Yeah. Okay. Generally, you have incense, then you have lamps, ghee lamps.
咁有香啦，有燈。
Then you have the water.
有水咯。
Then you have the handkerchief.
手巾。
Then you have flowers.
有花。
Then you have the chamara.
兩間個塵拂啦。
And then you have the peacock fan.
然後孔雀扇。
Peacock fan is only for summer use.
咁孔雀扇咧就係夏天先用。
We don't use it for any other purpose.
唔係其他時候我哋用。
So for summer we use, and when summer is over, when winter starts, we stop using peacock fan.
咁夏天嚟講，我哋會用呢個孔雀扇啦。咁當夏天過咗之後咧，我哋就唔用孔雀扇。
Otherwise, the procedure is there, and if you want to learn how to do it, then one of the devotees here can teach you how to do it.
咁嗰個程序嚟講係咁係一步一步落去嗰度。咁如果你想點做咧，你可以奉獻者可以話俾你知，教你點做。
Okay, any questions, comments?
有冇咩問題或者評論？
Okay, then this covers our Vaishnava etiquette
咁我哋已經講晒
discussion.
我哋講晒。
Is there a reason that we do 4, 2, 3, and 7?
It's according to the Shastra. Yeah.
你話呢個係根據經典，即係有冇講點解我哋要成4下、2下、3下咁樣？我話其實經典入邊係咁樣講，我哋跟住咁做。
Yeah, it's, there must be some reason, but I don't.
一定有原因到，不過我唔知。
I just want to say something.
Yeah,
before we end.
yeah.
Any other question?
有冇其他問題？
即係6問啦，冇啊，取消啦，完啦。
佢完㗎啦，或者有。
It was the last one.
Yeah, no point.
Yeah, finish.
This done. The main thing is done. This is just a arti.
所講嘢嘅主要點都講晒啦。咁而家剩翻嚟講就係講係 object 係崇拜。
Yeah, you got 3 days tomorrow to rest.
聽日可以係放假，可以唞下。
What's last thing? It's also a Vaishnava etiquette for the students to give some food dashina to our teacher on a voluntary basis. So if you want, you can just give directly to Prabhu. He's leaving next Wednesday morning. So if you want to give, you can give it before Wednesday morning. 咁呢個都係個我是話禮儀嚟嘅，就係咧我哋會自願咁樣咧係隨心咁樣咧就係俾一啲food dashina啦，啲中文點嘢food dashina，即係一啲對我哋嘅老師嘅一啲即係表示多謝嘅一啲嘅都係就係錢啦嚇，你禮物啦咩都好啦。咁呢個係隨心啊，即係自願嘅。咁咧就呢刻直接俾婆婆，佢下星期3上就走。咁你下星期3上就走，之前俾佢就得㗎啦。Like Krishna also give, when he graduated from Sunday Muni, he also gave food dashina to Guru。咁有時 Krishna 咧，佢學滿師之後咧，離開佢嘅 Guru 之前咧，佢都問佢我俾啲咩禮物俾你啊？一樣 ，it's a tradition. It's also an etiquette, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
多謝各位。
Srila Prabhupada is a king.